Well, not party people. Okay, we're in the wee hours. We about to go to sleep. So we're gonna give y'all like another testimony. Cause boy, this is some really bizarre stuff. All right. I mean, the discipleship program was cool. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I had a ball meeting new friends and everything. I still consider them my friends. Like I said, if iron gonna sharpen iron, they're gonna hit against each other. And when it comes to a lot of people that's coming out of jail and off the streets, talking about serving God, believe me, there's a lot of sparks that's gonna fly. You dig? So I'm like, I'm trying to learn and fit in, right? Picture that. And out of all the people that came in to teach, you know, they had different people that came in and teach parts of the Bible to us and all that. Every time when it was Miss Bonnie turn, they'll disrespect the lady and all that stuff, right? They had a pool table in the back, and they'll always crack the ball, like, you know what I'm saying, break them and all that stuff whenever she starts saying something or something like that, right? And you did just disrespecting her. She'll have to tell them to stop playing and all that all the time. So I took all the balls off the table, and I went and hit them. Well, the cue ball, the 8 ball, you heard me, and a couple of other little strike balls. I took like 4 or 5 of them, right? I went and hit them all of them. They looking for them all over the place. They don't know it's me. You dig? They had a hint it was me. You heard me, but they ain't won't say really. They something like, yeah, fool. You know, it was so there was never no more pool table going on. None. Even when it was time to play, none. See? So it was me. Oh man, I was driving them. They were trying to drive me, right? Like one of them, he used to hunt deer, and he had a knife that can slice through bone, dog, and it was really sharp. He was cutting up a deer up in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Making beef jerky, deer jerky, and dude, I drove them so hard when it came to that pool table, and I drove them when it came to us giving our like we'll have to take a turn up there as a test as disciples of quote, not just memorizing and quoting scripture off of memory, but translating scripture as you read it, like a chapter. And we'll all get separate chapters and books. And I get up there and I do my thing and all that. Bro, this dude showed up in a dome, butt naked with his knife in his hand, talking about some you. And I'm like, I'm reading my book. I'm the only one in the dome. I'm like, oh shit. This motherfucker about to deer hunt me. This is about to scare me. I'm like, oh Lord, no. This shit happened. So I played it all smooth. Like, boy, we're in the middle of nowhere. This woods. I say, bro, I'm not a deer. You heard me? I got my book in my hand. I'm like, oh my God, that knife sharp. Say, bro, little dude, he shook it off. He said, my bad. I said, okay, yeah, your bag, huh? I was like, your bag. I ain't say nothing. I ain't tell a pastor nothing. You heard me? I'm just like, you know what, bro? If it goes down, it goes down. You heard me? And you know, it was a whole lot of things that happened on that little, because it was like a ranch, a old farm, like, you know, a dead farm. The reason why I call it a dead farm, because you couldn't grow nothing on the thing. It's like all the topsoil was washed away from the acid rain. But yeah, you know, it was really cool, bro. And you know, we lifted weights and all that stuff, and we did a lot of fasting. Well, I did a 40-day fast, eating only oatmeal, and that's how I could, you know, I couldn't tolerate eating things no more when I got back off it. But I mean, other than that, Oh, let me tell you about this. Okay, so for some reason, I get in trouble. I got in trouble. I don't know why, but he they're putting pressure on me for some reason, and I ain't much tripping about it, right? Because I'm like, man, look, miss me with that, man. You heard me? You did? So, okay, so this what happened. When I got in that trouble, they had this one bed. They called it the taco bed because the way that they you know what I'm saying, it was like a little huts like you see right here. It's like huts in the bed was in the hut, like, it like a bookcase bed, you know what I'm saying? And everybody had their own bed, like a sheltered room or something, and they had this one called a taco bed where the bed ended up folded over because they cut it short or something. It wasn't the right length. And they had one dude who always got into trouble doing crazy stuff, and they put him in a taco bed as a punishment. But they wound up moving me, putting me in a taco bed for something I didn't do. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to argue because, you know what I'm saying, might as well just say, well, yeah, all right. But then trying to put me in a taco bed. Bruh, I was there for a while. You heard me? And then he just hit me. Wham. Just like that. When he told me to stay, he hit me again. Wham. Leave. And I'm like, what you mean leave? This is when I was packing up my stuff to move to the taco bed. You know what I'm saying? He like, leave. I'm like, what you mean leave? What you want me to leave for? And he ain't said nothing right, so I'm like, you know what? If you want me to leave, if you actually want me to leave, because I wouldn't expect for him to say that, right? I said, I'm going to catch a ride right in front of this building if you want me to leave. I leave. I get out there. And they like, you leaving? I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. And nobody want to get. I said, can you give me a ride up there to the, because I'm in the middle of nowhere now. No buses, no nothing, bro. This is a two-way, dead desert. So I'm like, that's what I told God in the thought. I said, if you want me to leave, I'm gonna catch a ride in front of the church. And bruh, so I get in front of the church. I'm across the street, and I get my thumb in the air and I'm start hitchhiking it, right? No ride. So I'm trying to get from in front of the church. I start walking. I'm like, I'm gonna either walk to town or I'm gonna catch a ride, one of the two, right? So as I'm walking and stuff, I'm like, hey man, how far is it to the gas station? He said, bro, the gas station the other way. Now I didn't went like, you know what I'm saying? The only house that was next was at least a half a mile. So that was, once I finally got to, he like, hey bro, it's that way. I'm like, damn. So I start going back towards the church, right? Cars passing me, nobody picking me up. I get back in front of the church, and the brothers was out there like, he trying to hitchhike? And I heard one of them say, he ain't gonna catch no ride. As soon as he shut the door, a car stopped right in front of the church, bruh. Picked me up and took me to the truck station, dude. I wound up hitchhiking from a Wendy's there. I said, bro, I got $10, bro, if you get me to such and such, right? And sure enough, dude, I said, because the people be traveling and stuff, bro, going to Wendy's, they stop and get something to eat. I'm like, said, bro, you going to the next town? I said, bro, I give you $10. I left all my stuff and everything, dude. I ain't bring nothing with me. I thought I could come back for the stuff. You heard me? No, crazy stuff, bro. But I end up going back due to the fact that I got into a big old fight in the next town that I got into, and I had no choice but to call them to come get me, because that's when I got chopped in my head by that machete. I was gone for a while, but I don't know how that happened. One.